So my name is Joe Beda. I'm a principal engineer at VMware. And my job, I came in through the Heptio acquisition previously, started the Kubernetes project. And my job is to help coordinate a lot of our Kubernetes efforts across the company. Our commercial effort there is called Tanzu, and so helping to really set the technical direction for that. So this is my first time at Scale by the Bay, and I was asked to keynote by some friends, and it's really been a great experience. I think I love conferences that are really focused on practitioners sharing with other practitioners, really digging into the details and going deep and really showing their passion for why they're excited about the technology, and I definitely see that here. So my talk is called Kubernetes as a platform, and what I really like about this idea is that Kubernetes is more than just scheduling containers. It really is, and I think this is what's been so exciting, proven itself to be really about a system for supporting distributed systems and control planes in general. And I think we're really still at the beginning of all the places that we're going to see these ideas being used. And so that sort of, hey, we're just getting started part is my favorite part of this talk. Scale is really an interesting concept, and I think most of the time as engineers, when we think about scale, we think about more data, more processes, more computers, more regions, all that stuff. But I think through the lens of VMware, as we work with enterprises, there's a whole bunch of different types of scale that we look at. The number of teams, the number of organizations, the different environments that you have to work in, because I think a lot of times we deal with enterprises that face a lot of unique challenges that really don't show up when you're a startup or a small company. And so a lot of what I'm doing is taking this core technology around things like Kubernetes and figuring out how to use that not just to scale in terms of the traditional sense, but also how to make enterprises more effective in that sort of larger sort of people sense. And so I think that's a really interesting sort of take on scale. So looking ahead, I think, I'm really excited about sort of the continuing evolution of a lot of the sort of, investments in the infrastructure space around cloud native, both things relating to Kubernetes and beyond Kubernetes. I think we're starting to see a maturity of these ideas that have been sort of exciting, having them be proven and sort of, really starting to see more and more use cases of folks using this stuff in anger. So this is my first time at Scale by the Bay, and so it's hard for me to really talk about how to improve it, but I can talk about the things that I've been impressed with and that I really like. I always like it when conferences really start to sort of bubble up the flavor and some of the history of the environment that they're in. And so the venue that we're in, which is I believe called the Scottish Rite Centre, certainly historic, it's beautiful, all the details. I love being able to spend time in places like this and really get a sense of some of the history of Oakland. So I think that's really cool. And then also, as I've been talking with folks, watching some of the talks, there's just a genuineness in terms of people want to share the technology that they're passionate about. It's not necessarily business focused, it's really focused on sort of, what is the exciting things going on that really get engineers fired up, and that's really exciting for me.